Hello everyone and welcome to another FPL video here on the channel Isabi FPL. My name is Suma and today we'll be looking at my team selection for game week 14. I'll go through my team, talk about players I'm considering to bring in, and I talk about other things with regards planning towards for the remaining 3 game weeks before the World Cup. So if you enjoyed this one, be sure to smash a like on it, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe so you won't miss out on other videos I'll be doing in subsequent times. We're just a few subscribers away from 200 subscribers, so keep those subscriptions coming as I 100% appreciate those. So let's go on to look at how my team got on in game week 13 and how we did. So in game week 13, I ended up with 44 points, and returns only came from Haaland the whole of the team. As he was my captain, I got extra 13 points for him, and this kind of helped to give my points a round figure of 44. Very low score for this game because it didn't even get up to the average, and I got a slight green arrow down to 2.2 million. The most painful part of it all was to see Andres pick up 10 points just in the bench. With his 2 assists and extra 2 bonus points in the game against Leeds, it was very painful to watch and see that Andreas was picking up these bonus points. But that's the score and that's all done. Let's look forward to seeing how the team will prepare and set up for game week 14. So in defense, I have Raya in goal for the home game against Wolves. Raya ended up with 2 points last game week against Aston Villa, but has picked up 10 points in 2 consecutive games in a row, in the game against Brighton and then against Chelsea. So I'm not quite pissed off to see that I didn't get the clean sheet last game week. But I'm quite optimistic against this Wolves game that they will keep a clean sheet, and then it will give more potential for Raya to come up with those save points. Worth noting that Wolves had 21 shots all game in the Leicester fixture, and then Leicester had 5 in that game to win Wolves 4-0. So there's no doubt that Wolves has improved attacking wise. It's left for Brentford to kind of match up the attack with a very strong defense in this fixture. But it's also a home game, and seeing that they have kept a clean sheet in the last 2 home games they played, the probability is quite high. In defense, I have Cancelo, Trippier and Dalot. Cancelo plays away against Leicester in the early kickoff game, and in the press conference after the City Champions League game, Pep mentioned that Cancelo was out with kind of a fever. We've not gotten more information regarding Cancelo's injury, but we'll look forward to the pressers that will come forward before the weekend. And then Trippier at home against Aston Villa could prove to be wonderful. Newcastle just won Spurs away from home in the last fixture they played last game week, and they did very well. Defensive wise, they may not be able to keep the clean sheet, but we all know how deadly Trippier can be from set pieces, and then he could also pick up some assists. So I'm playing Trippier this game week. And then playing Dalot ahead of Perisic. It's a decision I'm faced with and may be forced to change before the game week deadline. Worth noting that I'm recording on a Tuesday, so I'm looking forward to having more news regarding the Spurs squad after the Spurs game tonight in the Champions League. If Perisic doesn't get to start and play in this fixture, it's more likely that he'll start in the weekend against Bournemouth. It's an away fixture against Bournemouth, but we also saw how Bournemouth did against West Ham the other time out. So the chances of Perisic coming good in that fixture is quite high. And then in midfield, I have duo of Saka and Martinelli for the Arsenal game against Nottingham Forest at home. We saw how Forest was able to beat Liverpool last game week in the early kickoff on Saturday, so they may not be a side that it's very easy to cruise on and go on to have a win. But with how Arsenal has been playing and how they have been doing in recent times, I'm hopeful and optimistic to get returns from these 2 players. Zaha faces Southampton, and Crystal Palace hasn't done quite well in recent fixtures, but it being a home game against Southampton, I'm hopeful that he could come good. It's also on penalties, and this could bode more for its FPL points. We've not quite seen the returns we've been hopeful for from Zaha since the game week 9 wildcard. But it's also worth noting that he has had a goal and an assist in this period of time. I feel we're just rating him higher and we feel that we should expect more and get more from the player. But Zaha hasn't done quite badly since the game week 9 wildcard. And then I have Salah against Leeds at Anfield. Salah has scored 5 goals in the past 3 games against Leeds, home and away. But also most of those goals have come from the penalty spots. And with the way Liverpool have been playing very poorly this season, it doesn't tell well of the Egyptian. But Salah has always proven to do well in fixtures like this. I'm currently looking at a move where I could move on Salah to facilitate getting Kane up front for a hit. I'm not inclined to do it this game week, but I'll talk more about it when we look at the rest of the team. And then I'm 100% forced to play Andres Pereira for his home game against Everton. I've lost all of Andres Pereira attacking returns this season in the bench, and he has grown to become a thorn in my flesh. But this game week, I'm quite optimistic and positive about him. I'm definitely going to start in this game week. The question about how I'm going to do it all depends on the transfer move I'm making this game week. And then up front, I have Haaland and Tony. Haaland faces Leicester away from home in the early kickoff game on Saturday. Haaland is currently flagged due to the information that Pep revealed after the Champions League game. But we're looking forward to the press conferences that will come before the deadline. Looking forward to seeing how fit he will be and having more information regarding it. If he's declared fit and all signs indicate that he has trained with the squad, I'm 100% going to start him and have him as my captain this game week. But otherwise, we'll be looking at other captaincy options that could possibly go better for him if there's any chance that he doesn't play or doesn't start the game. And then having Tony against Wolves at home may bode well for the team. This is because his 2 double-digit hauls that have come this season have both come in home games against Leeds and then Brighton. I'm looking forward to this one, personally, because Wolves are a side that haven't necessarily clicked well and done very well. They did very well last game, only they were just very unlucky. And I'm looking forward to this fixture, especially because they're away from home, and this time around it may be all the more difficult for them. And then in the bench I have Iverson, Kamaka, Perisic and Gehi. A few things I would like to draw attention to are that 3 of my players are currently on 4 yellow card bookings and could have 5 before game week 19. Gehi, Dalot and Tony are all on 4 yellow cards, and we could have a case where one of them may miss out on 1 game week. Because they are all averagely priced, I don't have a problem benching them, but a situation may arise where I will have to transfer one out if the 3 of them have suspensions in the same game week. To talk about my transfer, I'm currently waiting on more news from press conferences anyway, and waiting to see the Liverpool game in the Champions League tonight. But there are 3 ways I could go. The first way is to roll the transfer and then better plan for game week 15 and 16. Attacking the last 2 game weeks before the World Cup with 2 free transfers could bode well for me, as I could make 3 moves with just a -4 hits. And then the next case scenario I'm considering is to move on Salah plus Kamaka for Almiron of Newcastle and then Kane up front. Kamaka hasn't come good for me since I brought him in, and the like-for-like striker I replaced him with has been doing very well in the person of Mitrovic. So I'm all the more inclined to move him on and then bring in a forward like Kane. I would like to get your opinions to know if this is a move I should be making in the comment section. So be sure to let me know of the best move you feel I could do. The last way I could do it is just move Kamaka back to Mitrovic and then have him play this game week. The only issue will now be that I will have to bench Andres Pereira for Mitrovic to play. So I would love to hear your opinions on the move you'll be making if you were to be in the same situation as I am currently. Be sure to drop it in the comment section. That's it for the team. Be sure to drop any questions you have about the team or suggestions in the comment section. If you've enjoyed this video so far, be sure to smash a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're just edging close to 200 subscribers, so I really appreciate all the help I could get to beat this milestone. So ciao, and we'll see you in the next one.